Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. Today's story is called At My Age. It was one of those hot summer days where the sun beat down on the pavement, making it almost too hot to walk barefoot. 9-year-old Lily skipped ahead of her grandpa, enjoying the feel of the soft concrete on her hot summer day. Her grandpa, George, walked slowly behind her, his cane tapping a slow rhythm on the sidewalk. He was 89 years young, as he liked to say. They had just come from the park where they had spent the afternoon, and now they were walking back to their home, which they shared together. Lily loved these afternoons with her grandpa. They would play checkers, eat popsicles, and talk about everything and nothing. As they turned onto their street, Lily suddenly stopped. She turned to her grandpa with a serious look on her face. She knew this was going to hurt his feelings, but she had to ask. "Grandpa, how old are you?" she asked hesitantly. George stopped walking and looked down at his cane. He didn't like talking about his age. It reminded him of how many years he had left, how many birthdays he might not see. "I'm 89, Lily," he said quietly. Lily gasped. "That's so old," she exclaimed. Then, seeing the hurt in her grandpa's eyes, she quickly added, "But you don't look or feel that old, do you, Grandpa?" George smiled. "No, I don't. At my age, you learn that birthdays aren't just numbers. They're markers of a life well lived," he said, looking at Lily. "Each year is like a chapter in a book, filled with stories and memories. Some chapters are longer than others. Some are full of adventure. Some are quiet and peaceful. But they're all part of the story that makes up your life." He took her hand and continued walking. "When I was your age, I thought growing old meant you stopped doing the things you love. But I was wrong. At my age, I realized it's never too late to follow your dreams. Sure, some dreams I had to let go of, but new ones kept me busy. It's never too late to learn something new, to travel, to fall in love, or to make a difference in the world." Lily thought about this as they walked. She wanted to be an astronaut when she grew up, but lately she'd been unsure if it was the right thing to do. Maybe she could just be happy being 9. At my age, you learn that the little things in life are the most important. It's not the money you have or the things you own, but the people you love and the memories you make with them, George said, stopping to rest on a nearby bench. Lily snuggled close to her grandpa. She loved hearing his stories. "What's your favorite memory, Grandpa?" she asked. George closed his eyes, a smile on his face. "There are so many, but one of my favorites is when your grandmother and I first met. I was playing the guitar in a band, and she was dancing with a friend. When I saw her across the room, I knew I had to meet her. And the rest, as they say, is history," he said, winking at her. "At my age, you learn that life is a gift. Every day is a new opportunity to make the most of your life, to make someone smile, to be kind to others. Even when I'm old and grey, my heart is still young. I never regret the choices I've made in my life. Sure, there were times I could have done things differently, but I wouldn't trade my story for the world. I hope you understand, Lily." Lily nodded, understanding more than she could ever say. She hugged her grandpa. "I love you, Grandpa," she whispered. And in that moment, under the hot summer sun, they both knew that no matter what life threw their way, they had each other, and that was all that mattered. The end. Now, dear friends, as we come to the end of this tale, let us take a moment to ponder the wisdom shared by the old man. Life's journey is much like the chapters in a book. Each stage has its unique flavor. Don't fret about growing older. Instead, embrace it. Dreams don't have an expiration date. Love, kindness, and making the most of every day are keys to a fulfilling life. Remember, the greatest wealth isn't measured in material things, but in the richness of experiences and the bonds you share with others. Keep your hearts young and your spirits high. Until next time.